Jump the Track Playhouse Stars presents Frankie Jr.'s Sweet 16, a series of phone calls, scripted and improvised, in which the Bride of Frankenstein attempts to plan a birthday party. And now, your creature presentation.
Hi, Eric. It's Bree. I'm trying to plan a birthday party for Frankie Jr., and I was wondering if you had any advice on decorations?
But of course, I'm always pleased to have a dear friend, especially when a celebration is in need of assistance. How old is that little Frankie now?
She's turning 16, and
16? Sacre bleu, how the time flies. Why, soon she'll be a beautiful soprano with a voice of being kidnapped to live in a sewer below the opera house. No, it is a joke.
anyway, it's a big birthday, so I really want to pull out all the stops and make this a really special party. My husband suggested a monster mash, but I feel like we need something fancier for a sweet 16.
Absolument. This is why you have got the phantom. I have a chandelier that you must use, but you cannot be thinking of having this party in your home. It must be in a grand ballroom. This is a celebration.
That would be perfect! Wait, there aren't candles on your chandelier though, right? We can't have another fire incident.
No. The candle chandelier broke a few years ago and fell on the audience. This one is gas. I will have it hooked up at the venue once you decide. I hear that Count Dracula may be renting out his castle for parties. You should look into that.
Ugh, I don't know if I can deal with him today. I'll think about it. Thank you for the chandelier. I'll text you the party details tonight.
Au revoir.
Hello? Oh, good to hear from you, King Kong. I was just telling Frank the other day that it's been too long since we had you over for dinner. Oh, you're too much. Wonderful! I'm sure Frankie Jr. will be delighted to see you at her party. And we've got the spare room all ready if you need a place to stay while you're in town. You too. See you then.
Swamp Thing, how may I help you today?
Hello, this is Bree. I'd like to order some flower arrangements for a party.
What sort of arrangements did you have in mind?
Something with English roses? This is for a sweet 16 party. Frankie Jr. just loves roses.
I can do swamp rose mallow. You know I only use flora that is native to the Louisiana swamps, right? I don't do anything like a cottagecore arrangement.
Do you have anything a bit more elegant? I do like hibiscus, but that's really not the look I was envisioning.
What about wild carrot?
Are you serious? Carrots are not a flower.
No, this is a flower. It's Queen Anne's lace. I mean, it is also a wild carrot, but it's pretty and will be an elegant decoration.
Swamp Thing. Queen Anne's lace is a weed. I am not decorating my child's birthday party with weeds that grow in ditches. So no cattails either.
Okay, well, you probably wouldn't be interested in duckweed or alligator weed then. Would lilies be alright? I have some that would look lovely paired with cardinal flowers.
I suppose lilies would suffice, but no pastels. Frankie cannot stand pastels.
Absolutely. These are spider lilies. They're a nice bright red. And to break it up a little, I can throw in some lizard's tail, so it would still be appropriate for any monster's event.
Oh, finally. Yes, that would be perfect. Send me the invoice and I will arrange for them to be picked up the morning of the party. And don't go adding in any of those moss accents. I am not paying extra for any of your artistic nonsense.
Standard centerpieces. Got it. Thank you so much for your business. It has been such a pleasant afternoon.
Well, I never. Hi, this is Bree. I was just wondering if you got the invitation to Frankie Jr.'s party. I hadn't heard back from you.
Oh, yeah. Things are going really well with my new book, and I got asked to speak at a few places, so...
What even is this book about that it's so important you're gonna miss a child's birthday party?
It's essentially my entire life's work, so it is a bit of a big deal to me. Unfortunately, a child's birthday is, how old is Junior turning this year?
16.
Oh, wow. Yikes. Maybe I can, Skype in? No, kids don't use Skype. Maybe I can, send him a TikTok or something?
I'm sorry.
Is that not...
You're going to go around to all the B. Daltons and whatever, and then send Frankie Jr. a TikTok happy birthday?
Well, yeah, I don't know, maybe, a signed copy of my book? Everything you know about werewolves is wrong. It's a bit of a, myth-busting book, and I don't know if you knew, but back in the day, I had another book, too. So I'm not just out of nowhere deciding that I'm an author, and I'm, cooking up some excuse to avoid a birthday party.
I mean, it's a fair point. I would say, this book could have been useful, let's say, a couple months ago, because one of the things I knew about werewolves that was wrong is that werewolves, answer an RSVP and, will attend their friends' child's birthdays. That was wrong, apparently.
Yep, that's a common misconception.
Yeah, Chapter 2, werewolves are actually impolite. Who knew?
Yeah, well, you don't want to see us eat, that's for sure.
Oh, I guess that's a good point, I am spending a lot for this catering, and I don't want you to just go in and destroy it.
We're not that bad. It wouldn't ruin the party by showing up, but it's okay. I don't even know if you've ever seen me transform.
I think I've only ever seen you in werewolf form.
What if I sent someone in place of myself in human form? Because no one would recognize my human form anyway. I could just sound like a surrogate.
Okay. So now, you want to send a strange human being to a party full of monsters.
Yeah, they're vetted, I've checked them out.
It could just destroy their brain. Dr. Jekyll is coming, and I don't need him to just suddenly have to focus on healing someone's psyche from the sudden realization that all of their worst nightmares are true.
Dang it. Dr. Jex is gonna be there?
Yes, Dr. Jekyll is gonna be there, but I told him if Edward Hyde shows up at this party, we are no longer friends. None of this transformation mid-party business.
I know this sounds bad, but what if I added as a stop on my tour? Could I do a reading of my book? Not the whole thing, obviously.
You know what? I can ask Frankie what she would think if you read a chapter of your book as a bit of self-promotion at her party. Frankie, come here.
Yes, who is this?
Hey, what's up? It's Jeff.
Jeff?
Uncle Jeff. Jeff Wolfmerit.
Am I supposed to, know you? Are you, a celebrity or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure, Jeff. Okay, so my mom said you want to like do like a little side table thing with your books or whatever at my party. Like, why would I be interested in having your like werewolf book there?
I think it might be interesting for maybe like you and some of your friends. Like you're turning 16, right? To me, it seems like it fits in really well. Like, werewolves, it's about transformation. Turning 16, you're transforming. You're like.
Ew, gross. Don't be a creep. Oh my god, Jeff.
Hey, I didn't use the word blossom.
Is this like the puberty talk or whatever?
No, it's more of transition into adulthood. Getting a job, paying taxes,
Oh, what is this economics class?
driving a car. That kind of transformation doesn't have to be about physical changes. I mean, it kind of is, but it doesn't have to be.
Like, I'm not even a werewolf. Why would I want that to be at my party?
Alright, well, I can do some material for my first book, maybe.
Okay, what's your first book, Jeff?
It's called You Might Be a Werewolf. Maybe you have some friends who are werewolves. Do you have any friends that might be a werewolf?
I mean, maybe. I don't know their life. I feel like there's so many dweebs at school who are like just moody once a month, but that could be something else. Or they could be werewolves. I don't know. So in this book, is it like if you lose your memory and wake up covered in blood, you might be a werewolf?
Yeah, that's a classic sign. I mean, that's one way. You don't always lose your memory, though. That's actually kind of a misconception.
If you suddenly find yourself covered in fur when the full moon is out, you might be a werewolf.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have to be a full moon either. If you're just like covered in hair, you might be a werewolf. The moon is actually not really that important to the whole thing.
Okay, what are some other signs?
Do you have any friends who are like really into raw meat? Like that's all they ever want to eat?
Like so many of my friends. I go to Monster Academy. Like all of them are into steak tartare and whatever. I think it's just gross.
Some of those people might be werewolves.
I'm not really interested. But I mean, I guess, like, you can have a little table with your books set up, but, like, I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my friends.
Okay.
So, like, you can read something or whatever, but, like, only the, like, cool chapters.
Alright, that's fair.
Or maybe, like, bring your little self-help book or whatever.
It's not self-help. That makes it sound corny. I mean, it's not like
I mean, it does sound, like, super corny.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm just trying to help people. That's all I'm trying to do.
Ugh, you're so sincere. Like, this sincerity is giving me a rush. Mom, come talk to your lame friend.
She's just, the attitude is just worse and worse every year. I swear, I don't know where Victor got those vocal cords from. No one else in the family has that sort of a voice.
Is that just a phase?
She has talked like that since she could talk. It's a very strange voice to hear coming out of a 3-year-old, but that's just how she is.
She's not aware of Valley Girl.
I should hope not. If you do come to the party, you're welcome to bring your books, but I would advise against reading a section of them, just because, I mean, these children are vicious.
Yeah. I mean, are her friends as mean as she is?
She's definitely the ringleader of the group, but I would say they're all pretty much on the same level. Frankly, I think the teachers encourage them.
And do they have classes in like how to learn how to torment people in other ways?
Let's see. There's a Vicious Mockery 101. I told her she wasn't allowed to take the Vicious Mockery course, but I think that she may have enrolled in that behind my back. You know, I caught her walking around in the daytime. It's unacceptable. She knows she's not allowed to stay out past 5 a.m. Just breaking curfew left and right. Because she'll be out after sunup, and it's just unreasonable. But, you know, that's how teens are.
I was just thinking, like, I didn't even pick up a gift yet. I have no idea what to get a teen monster these days. Like some really good sunblock, realistic human mask.
You know what? why don't you just wrap up a copy of your book?
Okay.
That way, you'll get some promotion there. Give out a copy. Maybe she'll share it with her friends. I don't know. I can never keep track what these kids are interested in.
I bet she'll at least throw it at someone's head.
Yes, and that's spreading the word.
It's true. You gotta get it up there somehow. Yeah, this kind of relates to something I have in my new book, is about the full moon and why everybody thinks the full moon is what makes a werewolf appear. It's not. It's just, it's easier to see werewolves when there's a full moon because it's brighter.
I heard it's the same thing with vampires. There was one vampire who just didn't like Italian food, and all of a sudden, they're allergic to garlic. Frank is always going around town scaring people, and they think that he's this giant, monster sewn together with bits and pieces from the stockyards and the morgues, and I mean, that is true, but he doesn't have bolts in his neck.
Well, and it was parts off of, it was finally curated, right? We're not just talking about, a random selection of just whatever piece.
No, it was specifically chosen pieces of dead flesh that were sewn together
The best elbow. Yeah.
to make this wonderful man. But he doesn't have bolts in his neck, and that's a misconception.
Yeah. Why would anybody have bolts in the neck? It's just...
Fashion, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, send in your RSVP, because we do need your options for the dinner, what dish you would like. Send in your RSVP, and then we'll come to the party. Right, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I'll show up. I'll be there. I don't know what to put. Some of your meal options were not great. I could eat just whatever people drop on the ground. Whatever table scraps or...
Jeffrey Wolfmerit. This is a nice party for polite monsters. You are not having table scraps as your dinner option. You will eat off a plate
You can put them on a plate.
at the table while sitting in a chair.
Oh, wow. I have to wear a shirt too then, huh?
Oh my god, of course.
Does it have to have sleeves? I hate sleeves.
You can have short sleeves,
Okay.
but you must have sleeves.
It'll be a button-up shirt. Short sleeves on this thing. You have no idea what it's like to wear a shirt on over fur. Have you ever put a sweater on a cat? Have you seen how they react to that? That's exactly how we feel.
Why would I put a sweater on a cat?
People do ridiculous things with cats.
I don't even own a cat. We're a lizard family.
Well, imagine putting a sweater on. Well, a lizard actually might like a sweater. They want to be real warm, don't they?
They love sweaters. We have matching sweaters for all of our lizards, and we have sweaters that match theirs.
Love that. I can't wait to see that.
Well, we won't be wearing them to the party because it's a formal occasion, and those are casual sweaters.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll see you at the party. Don't forget to send back your RSVP,
All right, I'll check a box.
and I will talk to you later. Hi, Griffin. This is Bree. Thank you for sending back your RSVP, but what's this note that you'll be wearing your birthday suit? This is a nice party, not one of Frank's boys' nights. You need to wear clothes. I don't care that you won't be invisible. In fact, I prefer knowing where you are. Call me back if you have any other questions, but you are not getting into this party without being fully clothed.
You have 2 new messages. First message.
Sorry about that. I have a cold. Anyway, the missus and I are so sorry we won't be able to attend little Frankie's party. I'm scheduled to destroy Tokyo all weekend, and she's booked over at Monster Island. Give our regards to the family, and we'll see you next time we're inland.
Next message.
Good evening, Mrs. Frankenstein. This is Dr. Henry Jekyll. I just wanted to give you a call to say thank you invitation. Unfortunately, Edward has been acting out a bit lately, so we won't be able to attend after all. Anyway, I will drop off my present for Francis tomorrow afternoon.
End of messages.
Thank you for calling the creature from the Black Lagoon's Party Cakes and Macaroons. My name's Gilliam, but you can call me the Gill Man. What can I do for you?
Hello, I would like to order a cake for my daughter's birthday party. It's a sweet 16, so it needs to be a fancy cake.
Sweet 16, okay. Fancy cake. Now, how many people are we trying to serve at this cake here?
I would say 25 or 30. Now, some of them are very large monsters, so I'd say at least a 5-tier cake.
5 tiers, alright. I think I could probably have that. I'm pretty booked, but I'd say about 7 days.
7 days?
Yeah, about 7 days. When were you needing it?
I need it for Wednesday.
Wednesday. What's today again?
Sunday?
Oh, it's Sunday? I don't even think I was supposed to be here, but okay. You want it by Wednesday? Well, I got limited options for that, but I think I could probably do it if you're willing to take it in the special presentation.
Special presentation? What's the special presentation?
So, the special presentation is we have a cake flower. It's made with our special flour that is not traditional. And by that, I mean we make it with a special kind of lagoon kelp from South America.
Lagoon kelp flour?
Yeah, that's correct. Kelp is like seaweed, you know? Now, we have that on hand, so we can make that pretty quick. And I'm already here on a Sunday, so, you know, we should be able to do that for you. I basically live here, so I don't even know. But I can get you that cake. We're gonna have to use all of the kelp ingredients, because that's what I have enough of on hand. Everything else is booked out, and unfortunately, I can't give you other people's ingredients. Is that gonna be a problem?
I mean, this kelp cake isn't gonna taste briny, is it? It sounds like it would just taste like salt water.
Well, I wouldn't say saltwater be the term, but if you're trying to say fishy, then you got it right.
Fishy? A fishy birthday
A
cake.
little bit, not a lot, not as fishy as kelp itself. Not as fishy as kelp itself. It is a flower, so you know, we processed it down. The really only difference is, it's just a hint of that fish, and it is black as night.
The flour is black.
Flower is so black. Have you ever heard of Vanta black? It's the darkest black you've ever seen in your life. It basically absorbs all light.
And this is essentially a cake that's like that paint, but it tastes like fish, is what you're telling me.
Well, I feel like if you put enough frosting on it, it won't taste like fish at all. It'll just taste like pure sugar. And black.
I can't have a black cake with black frosting. Do you understand? This is for a birthday party. My child's schoolmates are going to be there, and she does not want her teeth to be stained black.
Oh, I wouldn't be worrying too much about the teeth. It's the other end that seems to have most of the problems. I've scared a few parents half to death with that.
And this is the only option if I want to order a cake from you.
Unfortunately, if you want it by Wednesday, all of my ingredients are locked up outside of the special reserve of that kelp flower right down there from South America.
It sure does sound like a special reserve. Is there any way we can work? I will pay double the standard price if you just give me a regular cake.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, we don't make regular cakes here. All our cakes are special in one way or another.
Taste like fish?
Oh no, all the kelp ones. So, you know, I'd say about 20%. Most people don't order the kelp ones. They like to order the traditional kind.
I wonder why.
I personally don't think those are as good, but they sell, so I sell them.
I would love to order a traditional cake. Is there another bakery near you that, I don't know, makes non-kelp cakes and has flour available? That seems like a basic bakery ingredient. I don't know how you can just be out of it.
Well, like I said, I'm not out of it. We have some on hand for all the other cakes that have already been ordered in a reasonable amount of time.
You also make cookies, correct? I mean, the party cakes and macaroons, you also make cookies?
We do make macaroons. Would you like some macaroons?
I do not like coconut. Do you have other kinds of cookies?
We do have some cookies, but unfortunately, to make those cookies, gonna need some flour.
And it's the kelp flour, of course, of course.
Yep, you know it. I think we called it kelpinut the first time we made it.
Kelpinut?
Yeah, kelpinut, little half and half, you know.
Oh, wow. Well, so I suppose it's my only option. None of the other bakeries seem to have anything available, and maybe one of the sea monsters will enjoy a fishy cake. Let's go with the kelp cake, but can you at least not use black icing? Can we go like blue?
I'm afraid I have another problem for you if you really don't want the black icing. All I have in stock right now is the South American kelp icing.
You have kelp powdered sugar?
Yeah, powdered kelp sweetener. Yeah, you ever heard of stevia? It's kind of like that. We process it, and it's pretty sweet, actually. And it's not even fishy.
Is it not even fishy to someone who doesn't live in a lagoon?
I couldn't tell you personally, because I do. So, yeah, I think we can make this cake for you. Would you say five layers there? Five stacks high?
Yes, 5 stacks high. Can you do 5 stacks high?
I can do 5 stacks high with our famous special reserve black South American kelp flour and our famous black kelp frosting.
Well, that sounds hideous, but I do need a cake. So I guess we're going with that.
Well, I can guarantee your party will be the talk of the town.
I'm sure it will. Victor, I know you can hear me. Victor, pick up the phone. Ugh, listen, I know you're excited to give her a homemade gift, but Frankie's a teenager. You cannot make her a spouse for a birthday present. I don't know who put this idea in your head, but it is not happening. After last year's fiasco with reanimating the dog, you really need to tone it down. Just get a gift card, okay? Call me when you get this. Hey honey, I need you to pick up some light bulbs on your way home. The ones in the lab burnt out, and with all the planning going on, I just haven't had a chance to get to the store. Also, your dad is being really weird about this party. I think he might be working with Dr. Pretorius again. You should talk to him. You know how he gets.
Larry Talbot here. What can I do you for?
This is Bree. Is this a radio show? Frank said this was your home number.
Why, it's one and the same. For listeners who don't know, the Wolfmerit radio station is based out of my garage, broadcasting once, or sometimes twice a month, depending on the lunar cycle. So yes, Bride of Frankenstein, you are live on the air. Any song requests?
Sort of. I need to hire a DJ for a party. I didn't realize you were a radio DJ. Do you also do parties, or...?
No ma'am, Larry Talbot exclusively DJs on 104.4 Wolf FM. I tell you what though, as a consolation prize, I'll play you the best song for a party.
I
The
swear.
Monster Mash! It's a graveyard smash on Wolf FM.
You've reached Historian Artist Bay. Leave a message after the beep.
I'm sorry, I must have the wrong number. This is Mrs. Frankenstein. I was looking for Amon.
Hi, Bree. This is Aminette. Sorry about the voicemail there. You know how it is. Gotta stay one step ahead of Rick and Evelyn. How have you been? How's the family?
Oh, I've been good. Same old, same old. Actually, the reason why I'm calling is because my daughter is turning 16 and I'm trying to put together a party for her.
You've called the right mummy. I started my own party planning business. You'd be surprised how much revenue there is in renting out pyramids for events. What sort of party did you have in mind?
Well, Frank wanted to throw one of those monster mashes, but I want something more classy than that. You know, something that monsters around the world just have to attend.
Oh, in that case, you might want to consider a castle instead of a pyramid. The pyramids are lovely, but that's better for small, exclusive events. You can't fit too many large monsters in one of these. The structural integrity just isn't what it used to be after all these archaeological digs.
Are you sure? I think Frankie Jr. would love to celebrate her big day in Cairo. Besides, there aren't any castles available. I've emailed practically everyone.
Have you tried the Count? I talked to him last week. He has all of October open.
I don't know, Aminette. Is this castle really that fancy? I want this party to be a showstopper. If I have to deal with his nonsense, that castle better be gorgeous.
He's always posting photos on Instagram. It looks pretty dang impressive. I haven't been up to the Carpathian Mountains in a few hundred years. From what I hear, it's the best place for a show-stopping event. And surely he's not that bad. How goofy could a vampire possibly be?
Well, if you recommend it, I'll give him a call. Maybe he's out of that phase. After all, surely he's tired of puns by now.
And if you need any help decorating, just let me know. I'll bring my scarabs and we'll have the castle sparkling before you know it.
That would be lovely. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. It's almost dusk here, and maybe if I call right when he wakes up, Dracula will be in a better mood.
No problem. Bye.
Castle Dracula. This is Count Dracula.
Hi, Dracula. This is Bree.
Hi, Mrs. Frankenstein. So good to hear from you.
I know this is kind of out of the blue, but I heard that you rent the castle out for events?
I do rent out the castle for events. May I ask what sort of an event you are thinking of?
It'd be for a birthday party?
A birthday party? Well, it depends. You see, we are still cleaning up from the last birthday party. We had some visitors from the Himalayas, the Yetis. They were having a party for their youngest's first birthday. They had the American cousin, the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot, Harry Henderson. They were all over here. It was a big event, very fancy. But then they had a smash cake. This baby smashed the cake so thoroughly. We are still trying to clean it. I had to cancel all my October events because we are still cleaning.
Oh, that must have been a big smash cake.
I tell the housekeeping, clean the frosting from the floor, Mr. Harker. It is more dangerous than you think in this country. That's how you get ants? But no, he's freaking out, saying he's alone in the castle. He's alone in the castle. I was away for 1 weekend, hanging out with the boys. He could have come. I told him I had a great vamp site to park the RV.
Ugh, let me guess. The V stands for vampire.
Yes, it is. How did you know?
Just a wild guess.
Renfield was in the room right next door. But Renfield doesn't want to clean anything. because he's eating all of the bugs. He keeps bringing bugs and rats into this castle and eating them. Just bite a neck like a normal monster. Ridiculous. Anyway, so we're still trying to clean the frosting. It is embedded in the floor.
Okay. So for the party I'm trying to plan, it's for my daughter, Frankie Jr. She's turning 16.
Oh, 16. Wait. Your child's name is Frankie Jr.?
Well, that's her nickname. Her first name is actually Frances.
Francis. Okay, so allow me a moment. The family tree that you have. Victor Frankenstein. Stitched together your husband, who goes by the first name Frankenstein, and also his last name because Victor is his dad, is Frankenstein. So his name is Frankenstein. Then, your first name is Bride of Frankenstein. You marry Frankenstein. So your name now is technically Bride of Frankenstein. Then you have a kid. Call her Frances, a fine name. That's a name normal people use. Her name is Frances Frankenstein. And then you call her Frankie Jr.? She's not a junior. No one else is named Frances. It's just confusing. I mean, what is this? Your husband's gonna team up with Mario and Frankenstein in a Universal Monsters Nintendo event. Meanwhile, me and Luigi just sitting over here like, what is this? It's ridiculous. Get yourself a baby name book.
Okay, fine. Our names are weird.
You've been married 200 years. You're not a bride. You're the wife of Frankenstein. Look out, townsfolk. The old lady of Frankenstein is coming.
Can we please just get back to party planning? That's why I called.
Okay, fine. So, this sweet 16. What are you planning on having? You know, I don't drink
Wine.
punch.
Punch? Okay. Well, we're getting flowers delivered from Swamp Thing's florist shop. Getting a cake from Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Getting a cake from the Creature of the Black Lagoon's party cakes and macaroons? It's gonna taste like fish.
I know, but it's literally the only place that I could order a cake from.
Maybe the Loch Ness Monster will show up and get rid of the cake for you. Sounds gross. I'd rather have some, a blood orange cake or, have a Bloody Mary to drink.
Seriously?
Oh, am I driving you batty? What an incisive observation.
Oh, no.
You really seem like you have a type A personality. Maybe AB.
Is this going to go on the entire call?
Truth be told, I'm feeling a little drained.
This is why we haven't been over in so long.
You and the husband should stop in for a bite.
Ugh.
I got to fly. We gotta get this frosting out of the floor. But everything will be ready for the party. We'll make sure it's a very nice time.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
The Phantom of the Opera was played by McAnallen, who is... Dang it, she's already escaped into the sewers of Paris. Swamp Thing was played by Candace Livingston on Instagram at Candace Livingston Actor. Godzilla on Instagram at Christina Cundiff _